It is an early morning in March. Spring is justifiably anticipated, but the saw teeth in the air tell the nose and the fingertips that its legitimate arrival has nothing to do with the calendar.
You better be getting in here. You're not getting anything to eat.
Doesn't matter. If it was January 1st, Don Staebler would still be out here tending his flock, just as he has done every day for more days than most of us will get to live. It is cliche to say life on the farm is hard work, but how else are you gonna say it? It's the truth, and Don Staebler knows better than anyone because he's lived it and loved it each and every day of it.
You have to feel awfully close to the land.
Been here nearly 90 years, yeah. I know every inch of it and what its history is, the whole thing, yeah.
When your lifetime has generously stretched across 9 decades, virtually all of it spent on this land, when you have watched your father work the fields and your mother preserve its harvest bounty before another bitter winter beckoned, then it's not just 87 acres of trees and soil, it's 87 acres of heartland. And that's why Don Staebler couldn't let go, couldn't let the brokers, the speculators, the money changers buy their way into his heart. The land with the ponds where he bathed as a child just couldn't, shouldn't, and wouldn't become another field of someone else's dreams.
What's the order of call, 5 a.m.? or?
Oh, no, not that early. 6:30, 7 o'clock.
When Don was younger, the 125 paces from the house to the barnyard probably stepped off a good deal faster.
You were out there at 6 o'clock in the morning and milked the cows, and you were out there until 7 at night to do the same thing over again.
You miss that?
Not particularly.
He didn't have to wait for all the motor traffic on the country dirt road that divided the acres.
Now we taking our life in our hands
Yes,
here?
we are.
Back then, his neighbors were all farmers too. Now, well, they're lawyers and engineers who live in Tudor mansions and drive SUVs to Starbucks on Saturday.
How many head now?
There's 49 there.
49. Why not 50?
There will be one of these days. There'll be
Okay.
another one.
When the time comes, there'll be 50.
Now his cattle are the last herd to be found between Ann Arbor and east to Detroit.
So many people stop to look at the cattle. It's just amazing. Cars every day stop out alongside the barn or alongside the pasture and point out the cattle to the kids. This is a cow, and this is where we get milk. Not out of a jug, we get it out of a cow.
Nobody said life was supposed to be easy here. 10 years ago, Don lost his beloved wife, Lena, but not before they enjoyed a warm anniversary celebration at their church. Soon after, Don was diagnosed with cancer, but he still managed to feed his livestock every day through 39 days of intensive radiation. Then along came Mary, the widow of Don's older brother. And once again, the land was there to heal 2 broken hearts.
And I think the corn is up. I was out there. It's coming up pretty good.
While Don has all but defied the aging process that has debilitated men much younger than he, 90 years have still passed in his life.
Catch that on the back.
With no children to take over the chores nor tend his land, time had become threatening to him.
That's probably enough.
The land must stay after him, stay as he had tended it and loved it, stay as he would one day leave it.
All right, now I can start tying it up.
So when the county came calling to talk about a new park, well, Don Staebler was listening.
I wanted to keep it, but I was getting tired.
Yeah, but you want to keep it.
That's right.
Keep the houses away.
Yeah. I didn't want to grow houses. I'd rather grow alfalfa anytime.
Yeah.
And the preservation is the real thing now, that it will stay.
That's really important to you.
Sure is. And the rest of the family, too. They want a place to come back to and see, well, that's just where I grew up, and then they show their grandkids, well, this is the place where we played, sometimes right out in the dirt road because there wasn't any traffic out there. And we fished in the creek and we swam in the lake. And
If, as he says, he really wanted to grow houses, he could have turned his heartland into a cash crop. Instead, he took $1 million or so less to save his dream fields. The farm is becoming a new county park. Don and Mary will live out their days in the old house rent-free and hopefully carefree. Maybe the county might see fit to name it Staebler Park, with a sign near the spot where Don will cross Plymouth Road every day to tend his flock for all of those mornings still to come.
The Staebler farm has been known in the neighborhood for so many years that there's no reason why it shouldn't continue. But the preservation was an important thing, and we've done that.
This will always be green space.
Yeah, it's written in the deed. This is forever. This will never be developed.